So my G, I got y'all here today. Matter of fact, let's give a little light round of applause so everybody know we in the building. You know what I'm saying? This from my brother Kai. I'm gonna just give a light introduction and then we're gonna get straight to the business and then we can just start talking however way we want to talk afterwards, right? Today, I'm using the space Newports and News. Y'all know me, man. It's Terrence Harris. If y'all, it might be your first time here checking me out. So my name's Terrence Harris. I own a space and a brand called Newports and News where we help undervalued and underground creatives build a brand, get to a bag by using their personal experiences. So the reason why Kai is here is because he's superb at that. He has those things all the way mapped out. I mean, I've been working with him for like 2 or 3 years, like 2 or 3.
Whatever 2020 was, that's 2.
Yeah, so it's going on 3. So it's like, from the moment I met him, you know, I've seen the points of how I could complement what he's already doing well. That's the whole gift behind what we do here, right? I'm like, I see you already. So instead of me trying to be you, I'm gonna just support you, right? So it's like, first thing I tell you, I'm like, man, I see what you're doing on the YouTube. I see what you're doing with your brand, you know, reviewing the anime and stuff like that. So, you know, we built and I'm like, you're like, oh yeah, I'm trying to be an artist though. I'm trying to be on my artist. I'm trying to get on my rap stuff. Like, I'm trying to be intentional about making music. So, you know, we went from talking about it, doing promos. You headlined one of the Johns in Studio 59. Shouts out to them. And then, you know, filler. You know, I mean, you've been rocking stages, meeting people, doing collabs, building your network, creating powerful messages. And that's why we're here today, because you about to drop the exclusive album on us. So, I mean, so introduce yourself. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself, and if you don't mind, you know what I mean, what we've established and what you've gained just knowing me through me and then Newports and News as well.
All right, cool. Well, what's going on, y'all? Kamazaku. I've been working with TJ for about 2.5 years now. I'm usually like being a YouTuber probably when I was like 12, going on to like 20. And I started to become an artist at like 18, 19. I didn't really want to do music, but you know, niggas got their heart broke one time and they got in his feelings, and now fast forward, I'm here. So yeah, as far as releasing like work or music, this is like my first ever studio album, period. Like, Help has been in the years of making since 2018 all the way to now. For me, working with my engineer, aka best friend Chino, Kevin Jr., he got, and without them two, nothing would have really got up off the floor, because I wasn't about to go to nobody's studio and then, you know what I mean, try to, you know, like, when you first start, like,
you gotta say it, that's why we're here. You gotta say it, bro.
When you start expressing yourself, you don't really want to do it in front of people sometimes you don't know, because, you know, you're afraid of being judged like that. So I'm like, okay, cool. I know these two people see me be a dickhead all through high school. There ain't shit I can say that. Yeah, I mean, that could surprise them. But we went from there. And it got to a point to where when my YouTube audience was hearing my stuff and the stuff they was telling me after I would release music, I would help them with their life. I'm like, okay, there's something here. So, you know, coming out of high school, a lot of people don't really have a calling or nothing like that, or just graduated, what I'm gonna do here. So I didn't have none of that. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I was good at art, but I can't make no living or raise no family off this.
Just, you know, that
drawing pictures sometimes. It's rare to do it. You can, but it's not. You know, this, I think this form is probably more rare than that.
You know what I'm saying? It's
but at least like I'm good at this. I'm good at this. And yeah, I was drawing. I wasn't about to sit there and draw pictures till I was 45.
I get you.
I ain't rapping till I'm 45 either. Don't get that straight. If it hit 30 something, that's it. Like
I'm putting pins in everything you're saying, because we're going to talk about everything you're saying. So
I ain't doing none of that shit. I'm probably doing some producing type shit, or like in the background. I ain't gonna be like Eminem, keep making albums at 47. That's chalk.
Eminem's 47?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he up there. He up there.
He's kind of like right there with Jay. You're right. Yeah, he is like 47.
Yeah, so like for my first project, I dropped July 2017, 13 Mistakes. And then I followed up with Stay Alive. And Stay Alive, it had a different meaning because I was in a bad place in my life to where I was waking up every morning not sure if I wanted to even live or die that day. And I was living reckless anyway. So it's like I feel like that's when I met you more in that process of the music, like when you were finishing that. Yeah,
because I remember that was the album I think I met you and you were working on it.
Yeah, so I had dropped that, and then I started a group called Kai Music Group. It's only like 2 people in it, but you know, I think I've been like the only one really doing shit in it. So it's really just me and this John. So I dropped a whole EP with me and Kai out later that year, 2019. So I dropped 2 projects that year, and then going to 2020. that's when like the full effect, okay, we got to get this help album on the works. So I started working on this song called Triple X House 11.
Right.
And that, I think when I created that song, that was probably it when I'm like, okay, I can take this and I can push from here. This is where like the stardom starts at. And that song got over 100,000 streams on audio platforms. I made a lot of money off of that song, not just releasing it, but even performing that song. Like shows I perform it at, I usually close out with that song. Sometimes we'll close on, most of them would close off. But I made over $2,000 since releasing just that song alone. Which is small, and to anybody else, but it's like to me, that's like everything. I made $2,000 for
give you
one
some
song.
confirmation, give you
And I kept making
validation.
I kept making more money as the song was already released. I dropped that song 2 years ago.
Right.
You feel me? And that song is still on the album. Then I dropped 6 Stars right after that. That one also, that did even better than Funhouse.
Yeah.
So now, when we fast forward with all the promotion, and mind you, I had to learn how algorithms work, and I learned that from my friend Anthem, who's been making music probably just as long as I have, but he was more in touch with the business stuff way before me. I was just creating songs where he was getting shows, getting his own book in New York, Jersey. So I'm learning, like started off learning the game from him, but then when I met you, I started to learn more of the business aspect. So it's like I'm using both of these keys to really help me push this album. So like what I learned from you, what I learned from him, helped me prepare to release Help 1, 2, and 3. You know, obviously there's 3 albums of one. I got 3 debut albums. I'm like, nobody else did this before, so I wanted to do something first.
Right.
So I got Help 1 that's more based off of mental health, and it got little songy songs on there, but it got some unique songs on there. But I wanted to show that I could spit too. You feel me? Because I got some songs where I got, you know what I mean, in the past, I'm just yelling at shit, or I'm just like, yo, fucking bitches get me fucking. So I'm like, yo, I know I can spit like this, but to me, rapping like that wasn't always fun. Because like, all right, how many times I'm gonna hear some lyrical, spiritual miracles in the like, it gets tiring. Like Eminem was one of my favorite rappers, but I got me going.
Syllables start adding up.
Like I can't enjoy this.
Yeah.
Like, I can't work out to this. I can't do nothing to none of your music. It's like you just rhyming. I love it, but it's like, bro, like do something else. Like, what's the storytelling? So I started getting in touch with storytelling, probably even on my first project with this song called February 17th. So that's 2017, and I haven't even begun doing storytelling again, probably to this album. So I've been like 4 years of making music, kind of like abandoning storytelling. So I'm like, I gotta incorporate storytelling. I gotta put some lyrics in this, and I gotta make sure it's a song that people can listen to. So
this is all Help 1.
This is all Help 1. This is all in this. It's all in this one album. So I'm like, okay, Amour, you know, that's Haitian for like, you know, I miss you, whatever like that. So I made that song with my man's Michael Young. So I got that joint, and when I had listened to the beat the first time, I bought it right away. I don't buy beats. I used to get them made. I got like, you know, my own producer. I used to get beats. This is the first time I actually bought a beat. I made it, called Mike up. Hey, bro, I got this joint for us. This joint, I'm telling you, something hot. He slide through. He do what he got to do on there. Boom. That joint already got over 10,000 streams on Spotify, and it got over like 2,000 streams on Apple Music.
Word.
So that's doing real good right now. So I got that there. Dreamfield Freestyle, probably something with some more lyrical. No hook, no nothing. And you really, like, y'all pay attention to my music. A lot of my songs don't got hooks, don't got choruses. So I wanted to make sure, all right, let me add some more of those to this album. Okay. Some stuff that I didn't have before. So
traditional song structures.
Exactly. So I got Mocking Way, that's a chorus, and it's a nice songy song to listen to. And it got like this Latin, you know, Afro or dancehall type feel to it. But then I got Dreamville Freestyle when I'm spitting. Then I got the intro to where I got Curry singing on it, and I got my mom doing her poetry on there. Mind you, that poem is lost now. I lost my phone. So that song's the only.
I remember when you showed me that before the album came out.
Exactly. Like, I think I played it for you in Berlin. But now it's like, it's ironic because 3 days after I incorporated that poem on that song, I lost my phone. So that poem's gone. So but it's gonna live on forever.
It exists on the John.
So it's like, even when I perform this song, like my mom can't make it every show because she got like a titanium lace. She can't make it every show. Okay. But when I perform that song, like on shows, I feel like she there with me at all times. So I did what I had to do in there. Kill Cancel Coach, I did with Reason to Eric Bigelow. That seemed to be like everybody's favorite on the album so far, and it's one of my favorites too. And I got Turn Back Time with some little soft joint. You know, everybody being there.
Those be the ones though.
On their little Philly feels with a lo-fi type beat on there too, because I'm like, that's really popular now. And I listen to lo-fi, so I'm like, let me go ahead and sprinkle some soft stuff on there and pretend I can sing and get that on there. So I got that. I got my songs, got everything. Even North County Road Part 2. Those for the older fans that listen to
what was that one called?
North County Road 2. That's like the outro.
Yeah, I heard that's one of the standouts
so
for me.
that's for if anybody else listen to Stay Alive 1 and 2, I just want to incorporate something from there onto here because Stay Alive is what worked. That's what kind of made me realize, okay, I could really do something with this. Cause I used the same format for Stay Alive with Help. Stay Alive, the first half is like soft music, second half is like hard stuff. Yeah. So it's like, all right, cool. But now that's Help Part 1, and I feel like it can help a lot of people going through mental health issues, especially with Blue Candy 3. Now I wrote that in general, but then it ended up being like about a girl and shit like that. But it's doing some shit like that. It's a good ass song. So we got Help 2.
Good subjects, man.
Yeah, especially. So when you got Help Part 2, that's all rock. Now, I grew up with many influences, 50 Cent, DMX, but then I also grew up listening to Linkin Park, Green Day, All American Rejects. Yeah. So I wanted something else that influenced me that I can touch a whole different crowd that I never touched before. The only reason why I feel like Help 2 could work is because Funhouse worked. Funhouse is a mixture of like trap beat, more confident rap, and like, you know, some of that metal rap stuff that's kind of really servicing now. And that was like also inspired by XX and Tentacion, which is why I named it XXX Funhouse 11.
It's interesting you said that because I mean that's what I gained from it. So now that you're saying it, I'm like, okay.
All right, cool. So the attention was there. So it's like, all right, Funhouse 11 working made me okay. I can make 5 tracks like this.
Right.
Boom. Help Part 3, that's all gangster shit. I'm gonna keep it real. Like Help 1 is like mental health. Help 3 ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit. That's just like, that's me being me. Growing up in the environment in Philly, you see some things, you do some things you talk about, some things you don't. You know what I mean? But yeah, Help Part 3 is just all drill shit. Okay. All mixed by Chino. He whatever it sounded like, he made that shit 10 times better than what it was. Some shit. Like he really did his thing.
Engineers be surgical. You know what I'm saying? Be bringing you back to life.
Yeah, and I think Help 3 is also where I really experimented on choruses. Because like a lot of people, it's easy to make a chorus for a song sometimes. Because they're like songs we saw for, you know, for the message. Ain't no real message in Help Part 3 besides, you know what I mean?
Trying to just make fire ass songs to listen
like, to make like choruses that could go with that and still sound good. Like my niggas don't come. What I say after that? Got hoes in the crib, we're going to Menages. That's tough. Yeah. After that shit on the rooftop, I was on the rooftop thinking about that shit. Like, oh shit, this joint tough. I could put that joint in the song, do my little joint, and that joint is actually, I'm like, oh, this joint sound solid. Chino mixed that shit to perfection. Then I got Kyle Lesbian, like, boy, you ain't riding this nigga facade. He can't come outside. This push you been bitching and hiding. I'm like, yo, I got this. Once I did that, I'm like, hey, yo, I couldn't do this. And I think King Von was a big influence because he was like, I like listening to his music, but like, yo, this man choruses be like out the window.
Yep.
Like and I like extended choruses like that. Like people make like a chorus to be like 8 bars. His choruses was like 16 bars, and then he go to the verse. I'm like, I'm doing that. Yeah, I'm doing that. Right. I'm doing that. So I need 5 chorus. So yeah, my experiment like with choruses definitely on Help 3 shows that. I think that's where Help 3 and Help 1 is where I show like my most growth. Because a lot of people didn't expect Help 1 to be that good. I didn't expect it to be that good or sound that good. It's when I dropped it and I sat down and I listened to it. Now, mind you, I was here through the whole process, but when you hear everybody else fucking with it, I didn't get not one negative review on Help 1, and I expected that. Like many negative reviews. For some reason, people can't please everybody. Yeah. But it's like, yo, everybody really like it. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, cool. But like, when dropping Help 1, 2, and 3, I wanted to get the message across because you got niggas out here that be on some weird shit. They be like, say I drop a song like on Help 1, say like I just dropped like North County Road 2, they listen to it, they like it. I play them something from Help 3 and they be like, yeah, I like that shit, but I think you should probably stay in this lane. Niggas that be trying to get you to stay in any kind of lane is some bitch ass niggas. Like, for real. And I'm happy somebody told me that through like a show shoot site, because I would smack the shit out of somebody saying that to my face. Right. That's weird, because it's like, bro, like, for like imagine if Tyler the Creator, somebody told Tyler to stay in his lane, or somebody told Kanye to stay in his lane. Right. I ain't trying to say like I'm like them, but I'm like them.
You're right. You know, bro, so that's why I have you here.
So I'm like, don't tell me that, because I could do whatever I want and I can make it sound good, and I did it. You know, I did it. I dropped Help 1, Help 2, Help 3 like I said I would 3 years ago.
You're right.
Only hard part is gonna be topping that shit next time I drop a album, but it's like, I'm not doing no 3-parter joint again. Everything the next time is all on one. But what we is gonna do,
it's gonna hit like 3 though.
Yeah, me and my team, we working on getting a deluxe out. So those know how you got the hell 1, 2, 3. They're all separated. What we're gonna do, we're gonna combine them, and I'm actually gonna sit them down. We're gonna figure out how we're gonna rearrange the set list to where it sounds appropriate, and we're gonna add some more songs to it. Cause when look at something like I sold like 64 copies since the March 25th since I dropped it. A lot of people, that's not a lot. To me, that's a lot. I sold 64 copies of that. That's crazy. And I just started promoting like pure full buyout copies like 72 hours ago, and I sold 21 of those.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, I should have fucking did this shit from day one. But I'm like, yo,
like you said, you've been touching your bases.
But I'm like, yo, like it really worked that way. So when I do this deluxe, I already got everything marketed out. I'm gonna add maybe about 5, 6 more songs. I ain't about to pressure people on a 30-song album, especially with most songs I already heard before. We're gonna fix some things, we're gonna tweak some stuff, and we're gonna get it right. Not like Kanye when he kept editing The Life of Pablo. This is just gonna be one edit, full out, we gonna be good. But yeah, so once we get that out, and we're gonna do these shows too, even before that drop. I'm planning on dropping that one like in August. Yeah. And I'll probably do a couple shows after that, but most of the time after that it's gonna be rest mode, doing features, and just seeing where this music takes me since from that point. And that's all 2023 work. That's all TBA. I don't know what's happening there, but I know me, my niggas dropping music. So if it's going to be like a collab tour after that, I'm open to do that. Yeah. Because by that time, like Kevin Jr. already dropped, Michael Young sort of already dropped, and Timmy would already dropped. And I already had my deluxe album out. That probably at that time would have sold even more. And then boom, we go from there. Because I'm only counting like the sales from the newer songs. I didn't even incorporate, I think, on Funhouse and on 6 Stars, because that's also on the album. You RSC codes and stuff like that. One, you tap the algorithm of Spotify. You upload 4 weeks or prior on Spotify. This for artists. You help your songs reach the algorithm. Well, when y'all know what that is, say random person, I listen to blues. You just dropped the blues album. Everybody got a release radar on Spotify. If you ever look at it, it can pop up on that. My teacher, his name is Mr. Coletti. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Anthony had just transferred to my class. That's Anthem. That's my man's, and he sat him next to me. And the rest was history.
History, right?
And when I had dropped the album, Help Too, he listened to rock. Mr. Coletti listened to rock. On his radar was me and Anthem. And it's crazy how that worked out full circle, because he sat him next to me. Because I ain't like his ass. I'm like, oh damn, he about to sit this nigga next to me. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
But like this annoying ass little boy. I'm like, fuck, this nigga sitting this bitch ass nigga next to me. I was the only dude with no seat next to him. Like, here he come talking about Yeezys and shit like that. Because he was a big Kanye fan. But that worked out for a circle, because it's like, man, like you set us next to each other, and now on your radar, we popped up. That's us. That's us right there. Because he doesn't follow any of us on Spotify.
Right. He just popped up, like you said. Like, he just in his regular vibe. Right.
Exactly. So it's like, man, like it's really working. It's getting out there and doing this thing.
Yeah. Can't let them momentum.
You already set up. I'm not worried about you. I'm talking about this one.
All right. So we're going to drop 5 tracks on y'all a piece, right? And so the whole point of this is like, I'm going to create conversation with you about the music. But I also want you to, this is a live studio audience. So if y'all got questions, we in an intimate space so that we can use this opportunity to do something important that you also mentioned off the camera just now, which is like, keep the momentum going. Because you're doing a lot of important work. Ever since I met you, I've valued your work as important. And you validate my platform and efforts for considering standing next to you. Your team can speak for that as well. Y'all eating off of these things and being able to provide yourself new opportunities. So that's why my first song that I'm gonna play gonna talk about that stuff, right? It's called Slave Master, and it's awesome new shit that I ain't fully released yet. It's like he said, we practice getting these direct sales. That's been the game plan since day one. It's like streaming is a great tool in terms of like you said, them algorithms, them billion-dollar algorithms. Yeah. Why not use them? You know what I mean? But when it comes to just the position that we're in, what we can afford in terms of like the network and the reach and who we touch and build with, we gotta create a direct product for people to consume. And that's the creative part. It's like, how do you
Speaking of that, that's why I respected that you had your stuff on Bandcamp, because I like stuff that lets you see who's in tune. Like, hey, this person got this and that. So when you go on Bandcamp, somebody got music on there, you donate, boom, you get their song. So it lets you know, it keeps a little tally of how many people. Because like streaming, even though that's good, sometimes you might not know who listens to your shit. A lot of people don't even follow people on Spotify. I got followers, thankfully, but I don't follow nobody on Spotify because I don't ever like songs and stuff like that. But I don't think that really matters to follow. I'm already in tune to your music. So like with me promoting the stuff on Amazon, I'm like, I could do Bandcamp, I could do other stuff, but I wanted something that I knew that I got to think of all age groups and all demographics. This is the first project like I let my father listen to. That's how big, because I was raised with my dad, and y'all too know, like my dad raised me very tough. It was very strict. So this was the first body of work I was comfortable letting him hear without fear. I was comfortable releasing Help 1, 2, and 3, knowing that it's something that he loves it, by the way.
That's a good feeling though.
Yeah, so it's like
I respect that.
So like to get that validation, not that I needed it, but like it's something I wanted. So for him to say that he proud of me of doing something, that helped me really, like when I dropped it helped me gain confidence. Like, yo, I could really do it. Like my father believed in me. He helped donate to help me promote the album. So I'm like, man, he really believed in me. It's not just because I'm his son. My mom gonna love anything I do.
I feel
you feel me? So like my mom loved even.
I got you.
But my father, I'm like, all right, his ear is a little bit more. So for him to even appreciate what I was making and understand.
And did things like that. So shine some light on some of the losses that you've had to sustain or just cope through on this journey, building it up though.
I'll fuck with that. That's a solid message too, because in his rap career, like,
you are hilarious. I know what you're talking about, but it's like the way you just flipped that was funny though. He's like, yeah, sometimes you gotta just cut the cattle.
I ain't hear some shit.
For real?
It's non-existent.
Cease and desist. Sheesh. You know what I'm saying? We multiplying. The music getting better.
You doing good.
You doing great. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, all right.
So what I'm gonna get into in this next one is another thing we was talking about, like relationships and everything like that. But being around here, meeting new people, new artists, like meeting Tim and Altruistic Vision and Courage and everything like that. Mind you, this song here is the intro. So I was like on this crazy trip because somebody else was supposed to sing on this song. So when I let them hear like the preview of it, mind you, my mom's poem still in the song. So I was like, I invited you in to listen to something that's so intimate to me, because it was like it has been out
it's intimate to me,
yeah.
Right?
It wasn't out yet in public, so it's like you're listening to it first, and basically for that person to kind of flake on it, but it was a blessing in disguise because Courage came through.
Right.
Did and yeah. Made his job easy as hell, and that's why I had to make this intro. It's been in the works for my intro for at least a year and a half. I had this beat for about 2.5 years, but I'm being in Cali, I couldn't figure out the lyrics for none of these songs, nothing like that. But it all came in fruition, and this is the intro called for Nevermore featuring. The funny thing about that, right? When I first started getting, I don't know what that was. So when I started getting to my performance bag in 2020, that was my first show in Amour, PA, and I had my mom and part. Yeah. That's my only show that she was able to make it to, so I had to open up for my set. And she did that. She been like dying to do a poem for me. She been doing poems way before I was born, 30, 40 years. So they had to do that. It was amazing. And had them there. They seen that live too. So I was happy to finally get that on that song, because I recorded that intro. Remember, it was a whole different recording of that intro. Same lyrics basically, but it was just like, I don't know, I had to redo it. I'm like, make it sound a little bit more smooth. And I held on to that song for so long because I believed in that song, and it turned out to be more than what I ever thought it would turn out to do. That was a win, because that's a hell of intro.
It's true. When you, exactly
That's
how
a
you
hell
just
of an
weaved it all
intro.
together. Like you came from it almost being an L.
Yeah, I sounded like I needed a cough drop on the first recording of that John. So I had to definitely go ahead and I know he probably was pissed. He had to remix the whole thing again, but I mean, yeah, they all turned out great.
All right, well, shit. I got you on the track. I got you on the one. Shouts out to my brother Berlin, right? Because he engineers this project for me 100%. Yep, all 4 songs he did. Berlin's probably if I couldn't say literally my parents and God and a couple people who gave me some stuff to write about through experiences, Berlin right up there on the list of people who helped me get this music shit. So in honor, like you just said, like keeping the things close, that's called playing. I mean, this is what my man's Berlin.
I left my home just to follow my dreams. Roaches and rats and these bitches that scheme. And why is he playing?
Yeah,
Hop in the track. Get in the bag, my mans. Why is he playing? All this clean.
Nigga, why is you saying?
Just me and my team.
Look.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you, like, all my life I had to fight. No cap. So it's like, that's, it's like when you go get a Rick Ross album, you're gonna get like a,
That was like real VA bounce type shit.
That's why I had to get him on it though, because it's like the moment I heard it, my man, you know what I mean?
Oh shit, he made it?
Yeah, Ryan made that beat.
Oh,
and that's one of the things that inspires him to collaborate with me is like, he went to Virginia Beach, he gained a couple experiences there. He said he had, funny enough, and I hope Ryan sees this, right? Ryan says we met in Virginia Beach. I promise he heard. I'm like, he had to have heard about me there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I'm from. Yeah. But I'm like, I haven't been in Virginia Beach. So shouts out to Ryan for however way we ended up connecting. It works. You know what I mean? It works regardless. So the next thing I want to ask you too is, I don't want to mess up your list, right? But do you by any chance have any music?
I'm gonna just say that.
All right, so just take over. So like, what's the
So the next track, one to showing versatility all within Help One. I'm still in this range of Help One.
Okay.
So like you heard, the rapping shit with the kill cancer culture. You heard like the storytelling, with for Nevermore. So here it's more so like one of the songy songs I was talking about with doing the Amour joint. It's also diluting in my heritage. I'm Haitian. So I wanted to do something for my people, especially seeing what they've been going through for like, this, I'm not even gonna say last year, but basically all my life. So we something going on there. As soon as they cool, here come another earthquake. So, yeah. So I wanted to have something just like for my people to like really, to have Mike really come and compliment that and Chino mixing it to perfection again. And it's just something that I'm proud of because it's like, it's a song. So I'm like, I can go ahead and do this. So I like dabbing into stuff that I ain't did before and having it work out.
It's my favorite drawing on the first album.
Did that?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
All right, cool. This song called Amour / Me Amour featuring Michael Young. I wrote that song in like 22 minutes.
You have to.
Yep.
You gotta get rid of the bodies. You got to.
I got this, John. But yeah, Mike, that wouldn't have been possible without him hopping on there and doing what he needed to do, and for me to step my game up, making sure.
Yeah, that's what you mentioned in the beginning.
My job, because I can't sing for shit. So if I'm trying to harmonize, my job is to make sure to make it easy for him to do what he got.
Right.
Like I practice that song in my room. Like I got a microphone joint. I could perform that song. There's a lot of songs like that people run from shit like that, but no, I actually can perform this song, no problem. So that's one thing I actually, proud to say I can do, because I can keep the same tempo and take a lot of discipline to do that. I'm secretly doing
That's why that's my favorite song, because that it makes the professional executive business guy in me be like, I would sign this motherfucker. That's it makes the business guy in me be proud of you. Like, you did good executive producing on that, right? So it's like, the reason why this is gonna sound crazy, but I want to say it because you've been going off too with the information, so I want to at least drop a gem, right? I like having Newports and News, and but more importantly, like we talked about, I like having y'all as friends. But I like Newports and News because I took it as a job to give people with talents like y'all an opportunity to actually incubate and like develop meaningful equity in y'all catalog and opportunities. Because the way the industry works is they have y'all intern at dope studios. So it's like that stuff that y'all did, man, I'm happy you own and control and really took responsibility for how that had to get done, and you control your narrative and stuff, and you let that stuff be around the wrong people. It's not like you depend on that sound. That's what I'm saying. You just did it because you could. So it's like, there are people who's you know what I mean? So it's like, you wrote, that was the key point you made. You wrote it and you made everything accessible, and then he came through and executed at his level that he always inspired you to hit at. So it's like, that means y'all got the sauce. That's the ragu.
Right.
You know what I mean? Can't nobody like, I ain't never heard no record like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, when you start hearing them, it just be like, just 6 degrees of separation in that room. Be like, who the hell was in here and got it over there? Because I don't hear records like that. And I mean, I even, I do my homework. Like, I see where that.
We appreciate it.
Except, like, you know what I mean?
Like, I
like,
would say, like probably like Bad Bunny. I think you got songs.
But you want to play. That's the point. You want to playlist with the.
I appreciate that.
That's the point. Ain't nobody else gonna.
So what you got for us next?
So this next one is the one I was telling you about the other day, right? Where essentially, this is just like in the tuck, and this song got made before all of the songs I ever played. This song speaks to what I was complimenting you on just a moment ago, where it was like, I hadn't been in the studio in a minute, and I was like, I want to challenge myself to do something intentional with, challenge myself with certain sounds. And, I started freestyling more, like in my head, and just like having beats up, and like, so that's what this song was. Like you said, 22 minutes. Bro, I probably heard this John, had half of the verse in my head, but this John was like,
you ain't dropped like this? You said you never dropped this? Bullshit.
They can't help I'm Raymond. Niggas can't help me. Shit's getting hurtful. Yeah. So it's like, I wanted to challenge. I just freestyled that shit. That shit was just on my mind. I just thought about it.
Who produced that joint?
Yeah. I haven't even got that shit mixed yet. That's just like, I'm still working on that joint. You know what I mean? So I thank you.
That gotta make the project, bro. I don't care.
I was thinking about
this. That gotta make the project. Yeah, I love that.
Because I don't want you don't want to. You said it.
Yeah. Okay.
All of the essential pieces in there to make sure it just come out right. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working on it though. I got you. I appreciate that, because for you to say that means it's like it's there.
Project.
Thank you. So what you got left?
All right, so I'm about to change the tempo a little bit. So as I said, my shit from Health 3 ain't got shit to do with none of that mental health stuff at all. Ain't got.
I'm waiting for it.
This one John. It took me a while to come up with a name. My name, if y'all don't know, Haitian Voodoo Master, Papa Ledge, bro.
Yeah.
You know the legend and shit like that. So don't talk too much about him, because, shit go left. But yeah, he's like held as Voodoo God, Voodoo Master of Haiti. You know, and Voodoo originates in Haiti, so originally, you know, it originates with him. His name Papa Lesh, or something like fucking Kyle Lesh, bro.
For the people who know.
People who know, people who don't know, but this that voodoo shit, you feel me? So this joint called Kyle Lesh, bro, and this is actually one of the first choruses I wrote like on, like I never wrote one on it. So
Okay.
yeah, this one is yeah, Kyle Lesh, bro. So yeah.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, I always do my anime shit, even in the shit that I'm talking about killing people with.
So like, I want to play this next joint because
I hope it's the one I wanted to be.
hopefully it is.
We gonna see.
All right, so when I put we had a listening party first in March, because now March. So in March we had a listening party, right? I put my music out, you know what I mean, unreleased, unmastered, and had everybody listen to it. And this was out of all the music I worked hard on. I done got it mixed down. I done got features. You know, you be putting all this work into this shit. This unmixed ass song that I did with my friend Ryan, right? So hopefully it's the one you were looking for.
Let me see.
Let me see.